So look, man, when you working on these jobs, working for somebody else, you gotta abide by the policies and procedures that they have in place. You can't go up in there thinking that you're gonna do whatever it is that you want to do. But this was something that I, wanted to kind of talk about because it's amazing to me that there are still some people out there who don't understand that you shouldn't put everything on social media, especially when it comes to your job and your livelihood. To make a video and post it to social media while in uniform and on the clock, it's not the best of ideas. But this woman, she did go on to say that she never thought that a single moment would cost her everything, and that's the thing. Some people, just don't think. Um, but that's life. When one wrong decision could cost you everything that you've worked hard for, and so you got to kind of keep those things in mind. Um, she was only there for 6 months and just completed her probationary period, and she wanted to celebrate. Um, but when you're just starting out, wouldn't it have been in her best interest to just do what she was being paid to do and not fool around making a video for social media? And most companies, they have policies in place when it comes to social media and the use of social media, um, while you're on the clock and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't think that this had anything to do with twerking. And one thing that I think a lot of people tend to forget is that there's this thing called at will employment, which allows for employers to fire people at any time for almost any reason, as long as the reason is not illegal. But people also tend to forget about this thing called an employee handbook, which outlines the company's policies, procedures, and expectations for its employees. Um, I look at them like terms and conditions, which you accept and sign off on when you first start there. So she would have had to have signed something like that. And once you sign off on it, it's on you to read it or not read it. And just because you don't read it, that doesn't mean that it doesn't apply to you. So, in this lady's situation, a lot of people are saying, well, it was just a fun video, and companies shouldn't police what employees do on social media. And yeah, that may have applied if she was in the comforts of her own home or off the clock. And then even then, you got to be careful about that. Not saying that it's right, but I think by now we should know that a lot of these places are looking at what people post to social media. And yeah, I mean, if she had been at her house or somewhere off the clock, then maybe, just maybe, then she may have had a valid argument. But she was in uniform on the company's property when she did it, so it was the wrong place, wrong time for it. And yes, it's out there, and these companies, they're going to distance the business from anything or anybody that will potentially damage the business and their image, because something like this, it can be looked at as unprofessional behavior. And that's what the airline claims, stating that what she did violated their professional conduct and social media policy. But this whole situation, it kind of reminded me of a guy that I knew. Um, he got fired from a job, and he was telling me about it. And I asked him, like, why did he, why did you get fired? And come to find out, this dude was in the company vehicle on company time, downtown, not at the work site, and he was out there making videos for social media. And they even got him on video making these videos for social media. So, but as he was telling me this, in my mind, I'm thinking, you don't see nothing wrong with what you did, because he really didn't see anything wrong with it. He pretty much blamed, everybody else, saying that they had it in for him, and, they didn't like him and all of that. But if that was the case, you don't want to give them ammunition to use against you. Now, this woman, she set up a GoFundMe account to get help with her expenses while she looks for another job. And yeah, people, actually donated to it. So I guess some people, they got sympathy for it. But my thing is, and this is just me thinking and something that I always kind of believed in, but I believe that a significant portion of our challenges and problems that we face are self-inflicted. Most of it can be attributed to our own choices, behaviors, and reactions, meaning that we have some level of control over how we contribute to our own problems. And in that situation, she created her own problem. And who knows? Maybe they were looking to get rid of her anyway. I mean, because some people, they don't tell you the whole story, or what was going on that, kind of led up to that. Was she hard to work with? Were there other things going on leading up to that? And this video was just the thing that they needed to get her up out of there. But hopefully she learned, I guess, a valuable lesson, and understands that when you're getting paid to do a job, put your phone away, stay off social media. Don't mess up your money like that. Just go in there and do what you're supposed to do, get paid, and go home. And if they want to get rid of you after that, then let it be for something that is outside of your control and due to no fault of your own. But did the airline overreact? Was the firing too extreme? Um, and was this, was it about her twerking or not? I, you know, I. I don't think this was about twerking. I think it all kind of goes back to, the policies. She got caught violating policies, and, it went downhill from there. So y'all take care, stay safe, and just make better choices. Peace.